Hey everyone, Anthony Scott here, ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are reviewing the newly released Dragon Ball Super Superhero 2-pack from Bandai Namco. Thank you to Bandai Namco for sending this set along for review. It's greatly appreciated. I know this was released last year, however, I just got this in hand from them, so we're going to be checking this out now. This set comes in a window box and with some beautifully done artwork here. You see the Gamma 2 and Piccolo right there on the cover in various poses. On the side, you have Gamma 2, and the other side, you have Piccolo. On the back, you have the animated appearance of the characters, a couple of logos, which you see on the upper left-hand side, center there, as well as their names. On the top of the box, you have the Dragon Stars logo and battle pack. And of course, the bottom of the box, you just have various information. I'm going to open this up right now, and let's take a closer look. Here's a look at the figures in the plastic tray, along with their interchangeable hands for safekeeping. Behind this, and this was in the back of the packaging, you have a cardboard artwork of the scene where Piccolo encounters Gamma 2 from the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, which I actually just saw, so it's been a little while, but I finally saw it. And if you're interested in watching it, you can do so on Amazon Prime. They have it streaming. Here is a closer look at this. This is very nicely done. I'm personally loving that they included this. I had not realized this was included, so it was a nice surprise. Here's your in-hand look at Gamma 2 and Piccolo. I did a little bit of research, and I believe this Piccolo figure is all new. He is different than the other versions that I have, and I looked online, and I can't find that they've used the sculpt before. So, again, I believe this is an all-new sculpt. Gamma 2 is a reissue with an all-new head sculpt. The mouth, as well as the eye expression, is new on this figure. So, you're getting a couple of new offerings with this box set, just as you would expect. As I'm sure you're aware, these figures are based on their appearance in Dragon Ball Super superhero movie from 2022. And the likenesses are really... they've nailed it as far as that. Piccolo comes in his animated colors, and I'm loving the green skin tone that they use. The Namekian features on his arms and lower chest that you can just see right here on the torso here. However, the clothes are blocking most of that. Here's a look at Piccolo's sides and everything. You also see those Namekian features or alien features on the bottom here where the feet are. Head sculpt, very nicely done. He has his antennas, which you could bend these a little bit. However, just be very careful when your hands around here, as these could potentially snap off. I know you guys definitely don't want a broken figure. Attention to detail on the face. That looks good. The eyes, the nose, the mouth. And he's got his pointy Namekian ears. The outfit is purple with a red belt and light brown shoes, which you see here. Green skin tone on the front. Here is a look at the back of the head. You guys can see it. Gamma 2 is an android, a member of the Red Ribbon Army. However, he is not a villain, he's actually a hero. So if you've seen the movie, you would know what to expect as far as that. He comes in his light orange and dark gray outfit with a little bit of blue and light gray. Here's a look at all sides. The Red Ribbon logo is on his shoulder there, and it's just on the one. Here's a look at the back. The cape is blue as compared to Gamma 1 with the red cape. I'm going to lift the cape up so you guys can see this. Here are the details on the back of this figure. Head sculpt, nicely done. Again, this is an all-new head sculpt with a different facial expression and eyes. So that part about this figure is all new. Here's a closer look at the Red Ribbon logo. And it's just on the one side. The blaster can be placed in the holster here. So there's your look at that. It is loose fitting in here, so it will fall off if the figure falls over. So just be aware of that. My suggestion would be to keep it in his hand so this blaster doesn't get lost for your toy shelf. The number 2, indicating he's Gamma 2. Nicely done. And he has these light gray circular patterns right on the front of his chest here. The belt buckle is also light gray with that pattern. Light gray circles on both sides of the forearms. Boots are black, as you can see here. And here's a look at the back of the head. The articulation is standard for the line, so I think you guys would know what to expect as far as that. Piccolo has a ball-jointed head sculpt, good range of motion, ball-jointed neck, that's somewhat more limited range of motion, swivel hinge shoulders, and also on the sculpt, this is a separate piece, just so it doesn't prevent the shoulders from getting the full range of motion. Swivel biceps, double-hinged elbows here, swivel hinge wrists, ball jointed torso, good range of motion, swivel waist, ball jointed hips. Let's just raise that back up. Double hinge knees. And as far as the ankles, these are like ball jointed ankles. However, he does have very limited range of motion with that. For Gamma 2, as this sculpt has been offered twice before, I think you guys would know what to expect as far as that. Gamma 1 and 2 with the closed mouths have been released. And this is the exclusive one with the open mouth. This is a ball-jointed neck, good range of motion, swivel hinge shoulders. I could tell the joints are a little bit on the fragile side, so just be aware of that. Swivel biceps, double hinge elbows, swivel hinge wrists, ball jointed torso, ball jointed hips. However, this piece of the outfit, which is made of a soft plastic, does prevent some of the articulation. This is double hinge knees. You could see that hinge joint there. And the ankles are, looks like swivel hinged ankles. And I could tell the joints are a little bit on the fragile side here, so just be aware of that as well. Piccolo and Gamma 2 come with 2 sets of interchangeable hands, and Gamma 2 also comes with his blaster. Here's some various poses of these figures. These aren't the SH Figure Arts offerings, so you are a bit more limited as far as the articulation, especially on how you can pose them with the legs. And I'm going to do it this way just so they don't fall over. Here's another pose, this time with Gamma 2 reaching for his blaster. As his elbow is double jointed there, you can create a pose such as this. Here's another pose, this time with Gamma 2 holding his blaster, which is painted in blue and white with green eyes. Also the number 2 right there on the side. And here's a look at Piccolo's closed hands. Here's another pose, this time with Gamma 2 holding his blaster in the front there. And let's bring this in so you guys can see the blaster. The front of it actually looks like a shark. He's got the shark fins there. He's got the shark features. And it has good paint applications as well. On the front of the blaster, there is a tiny little hole there, which you can see. Here's a look at Gamma 2 holding the blaster in the left hand and Piccolo's both open hands. Here's a look at Gamma's interchangeable hands with 3 of the fingers pointing up. Here's a comparison of this earlier release of Piccolo with the darker greener skin. As you can see, the sculpt is all new compared to this older release. They even improved the head sculpt, stuff like that. Here is a look at the back. Here's a comparison of Piccolo with this cape. I screwed up earlier on in the video stating that the sculpt is all new. He is a reused sculpt from this version with the cape. What they did was they removed the cape and gave him a new head sculpt, and that's what you're getting here. Here's a comparison of Gamma 2 with this first release. The first release had the closed mouth, and this one has the open mouth, and the only difference between the two figures is the head sculpt. The final comparison is a look with Gamma 1 with the closed mouth. Gamma 1 will also be reissued with the open mouth. That's up for pre-order now, coming with Gohan. Overall, this Gamma 2 and Piccolo set is phenomenal. I think fans are going to love. There's enough newness to this offering that warrants another purchase. The new head sculpts came out great. I'm loving what I'm seeing as far as this line. My recommendation would be to pick it up. Thank you again to Bandai Namco for sending along for review. It's greatly appreciated. I am Anthony Scott at ToyHypeUSA.com. Thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for more coverage and reviews.